Hi, welcome back. So in this section, this is the final section of our course, and in this section, we'll be going through different topics. Okay, let's say I'll tell you the section name. Section name is QA, QC, and testing, and we'll see different different topics here, and we'll learn each and every topic. Okay, of these topics, few of them you already know, but still we will walk through once again. Okay. So we have these are the topics that we are seeing here: the boundary value analysis, equivalence partitioning, what is a test plan, what are the steps involved in bug reporting, environments, retesting, regression, sanity or smoke, test case designing with practice websites, and Zira and Bugzilla are the tools. Okay. So now let's go through each and every topic and we will understand what are these. Okay. So in this video I'll be covering boundary value analysis and equivalence partitioning. Fine. Now let's see what is this boundary value analysis. What do you what do you think when you hear the words boundary value analysis and equivalence partitioning? What does it strike on your mind? What does it strike on your mind when you hear the words boundary value analysis and equivalence partitioning? So you might think boundary value analysis means there will be some boundaries set up for the testing part and so on, and equivalence partitioning means we'll divide the test data into different parts. You might be thinking in such way, but if you are thinking so, you are almost there. Okay, but still I'll explain you in detail. Okay. What is boundary value analysis? As you have thought, there will be boundaries, but we will not set the boundaries on testing. We will test these boundaries of the software application. So, boundary value analysis is a technique where software application is tested for its boundaries. Okay. So, why do we test the boundaries only? Because even if we give the value in middle of these boundaries, we will get the same output. Hence, we will test only the boundaries of the application. Okay. Now, I'll explain you with an example. There is a student mark system where once we enter a value, based on that value, system will display if the student is fail, or if he got third grade, or if he got second grade, or if he got distinction, or if he got first grade. Okay. In that way, system should display. Okay. And the data given is 0 to 34 marks is a fail. 35 to 50 marks is a third class, third grade. 51 to 60 marks is second. 61 to 74 is first. 75 and above is the distinction. This is the test data and the requirements we are given. Okay. Now, if we have to test the system, how will we proceed? Will we provide each and every value between 0 to 34 to see if that student is pass or fail? If you are thinking we have to do so, then you are wrong. We will not be doing such actions. Okay. Because, as I told you earlier, even if you enter 0 to 34, the each and every value, you will get fail. Okay, you will get the result as fail, and that is expected. But to test this application, if you want to enter each and every value, that will be a time consumption. Okay. So to avoid this time consumption, this technique was introduced, and that is boundary value analysis. So how are we going to test this application? We will provide values between we'll provide value 0 and see what is the result. the expected result is fail. But if we are getting the actual result as pass, will that be a bug or not? That will be a bug. Okay. Now we entered a value 34. Now we entered a value 34. And we got the result fail. So, first category, first test case is pass. So we got the value, we have given the value 0 and 34, and we have tested the boundaries, and we have seen that system is working properly. Okay. In the same way for the other categories as well. So this is what the boundary value analysis is all about, to test the software application for its boundaries. Now, what is equivalence partitioning? Equivalence partitioning means to divide the software application into equal parts so that output of each part is same. Okay, output of each part gives the same result. Okay, now I'll explain you with an example, this one also. Let's say we have to test the growth data. Have to test the growth data between 1990 to 2020. And how are we going to test this growth rate of a country between these 30 years? And the condition given is for every 10 years. So the growth will be same for every 10 years. Okay. From 11th year onwards, there will be change in the growth. Now, how are we going to test this application? Or how are we going to test the application? What we have to do? Again, we have to partition the data into three parts: 1990 to 2000, 2001 to 2010, 2011 to 2020. These three are the three equal parts that we have divided. And after dividing the three equal parts, now what we have to do? We have to test each part. Okay. Let's say I'll take the year 1995 and see how much we got the growth. Now, if I take 1997 as well, I should see similar type of growth. If I take 2000 also, I should see the same growth. In the same way, from 2001 to 2010, there should be change in growth when compared to the previous 10 years. Okay, this is how we are going to test that application. And the approach we are going through is the equivalence partitioning. Now I'll show you here on our document. I have designed it for you. The boundary value analysis is a technique where software application tested on its boundaries. See, 0 to 34 we will enter 0 and 34 we will see fail or what. Similarly for others. Equivalence partitioning, if you see the example, the one which I have discussed just now, it is 30 years that I have given. Okay, and for each year I have given a column and said that this is the data that we have. So once we are testing this, in the first 10 years, if I give any year, if I select any year, let's say 1999, the growth should be same for those 10 years also. There should not be any difference. The only difference between equivalence partitioning and boundary value analysis is, in boundary value analysis we test the boundaries, but in equivalence partitioning we will divide the data or the application in the different parts and test each part to get the same result. That is the main difference between equivalence partitioning and boundary value analysis, and this is the one of the common questions that we get in interviews. Okay, we might get. I'll not say we will get. I'll say we might get. Why? Because these are the techniques that might be useful in few of the applications where we cannot do the straightforward testing. Okay guys, the next topic would be test plan and bug reporting. Steps are involved in bug reporting. We'll be going through them. Until then, see you on next video. Bye bye.